Hey everyone, Jeremy here. Today's gonna be a little bit of a different video. It's gonna be more of a rambly video. As of August 22nd, 2025, it will be 5 years since I started writing. 5 whole years. I can't believe it. The time has flown so fast, ever since the pandemic, really. It's kind of insane. There's an old adage I heard not a long time ago, a few years ago, from a YouTube video. The saying was, you're a professional at something if you've been doing it for 10 years. And I guess I'm halfway there. I am halfway to becoming a professional writer. There's also the whole thing of you're not a professional unless you get paid for it. So there's that. But, I'd like to think I'm at least halfway to becoming a professional. So that's something to look forward to. But I just wanted to talk a little bit about my writing, which I haven't actually done that much on this channel besides, I think, the fairy dance essay is really the only time I talked about it. Only time I really mentioned it. So, I don't know. This would be a first, I guess. But I just wanted to kind of talk about how I started writing, talk about some of the books I've published. And at the end, I'll give a few updates about my writing and the channel itself. So, to start, I started writing back in high school. This is my junior year of high school. I started writing in 2021. The first book I ever wrote, you can't read. And it'll say that way. It was called Heartstone, and it was long and it was confusing. The best defining traits for that book. It was structured extremely weirdly. So usually when you write a book in first person, you're not going to have more than one perspective in a chapter. That's usually not. It's confusing. I would usually have like 5. So it was really a pain to write because I had so many characters. But yeah, I finished the book, prologue to epilogue and everything in between. And it was 80,000 words. I added some extra stories that happened after, and the total was 120,000 words. And that's insane because that's the longest thing I've ever written. Even like my longest novel is only 70,000 words, so it's kind of crazy to think that I was able to write that much. There's a bit of advice that I heard. Now, this was a while ago. I believe it was from Crimson Rogue is the first place I heard it, and it's never publish your first work. And I highly suggest that everyone watching follows that because usually your first work is going to suck. Now, it won't always suck. Some people have really great first novels, first tries, but for me, usually your first work's gonna be messy. It probably won't be structured right. The characters won't be good. The world building's gonna be ass. This, that, and the other. Just don't. Use it as a practice stepping stone to make your writing better, but don't publish it. Good learning experience. Not a great thing to read. Especially in my case, but I wrote that. It took me like 2 years because I started writing it in August 2020, and I didn't finish it until like 2022. And during that time, I actually started writing my first book series, the Alarian Chronicles. I started that in 2021. In late 2021, I started my senior year of high school. And that's when I actually wrote my first book. So, some high schools have something known as a senior project. It's a year-long project that you have to work on and, keep records of whatnot, all that. And for my senior project, I obviously decided to write a book. And that book became known as Neko Dominatio. Yes, that's how you say it. So, this is the first book I ever wrote. You can kind of see it's a little thin. If we compare it to my actually kind of okay book, yeah, it's so much thinner. It's like, yeah, it's like night. I think you can see it there. It's like night and day. But yeah, so this was what I worked on for a year. It's about 21,000 words, which is about half as long as I thought it was going to be, which is good because it's kind of ass. I'm not a big fan of this. Like, you can kind of see the formatting. It's formatted really weirdly. It's in EB Garmin, which is what I write in. That's the font I use. 13-point font. Do not ask me why. I don't know. Usually industry standards like Times New Roman 12-point font, but I think that's too small. So, yeah. So I started writing that, and I started in August, and I already had the idea for the book like in May, and even before then I'd come up with it many months before, so I kind of hit the ground running with it. But yeah, it took me a while. I think I had it done by, I want to say, I think by Christmas break I had finished writing it, so I just edited it afterwards. But yeah, it was an experience. I learned a lot from this book. So it's a very important book in my career, but God, it sucks. Yeah, so I wrote this, and once I finished it, I moved on and really started working on the Ilarian Chronicles, which is the series I'm still working on. I published this in May 2022. Later that year is when I published Legends from Ilaria, book 1 of the Ilarian Chronicles. I published that in November 2022. That's just a short story comp of 2 short stories, one of which I wrote for a short story competition. I might tell this story at length in the future, but the first story in that I wrote for a short story competition back in 2021, late March, early April 2021. And then, yeah, the second one was July. And I was going to write that for a short story competition, but it ended up being too large of an idea, and the short story ended up being about 8,000 words, so it was about 5,000 words over the limit. So, yeah, it was a little too long, but I just decided to compile them into a short story compilation, and that's how you got Legends from Ilaria. After that, I fully started working on my third book, which is my most recently published book. I started writing this book back in high school. It was February 2022, I believe, is when I started writing it. And I definitely had it planned by then, because that's when I was planning the series. And that is the novel I published this year, The Dawn of Chaos, which you can find on Amazon, by the way. So, I published this earlier this year, and this is definitely the best book I've written. This is the first book that I can say that I'm proud of, though I can't take all the credit. My friends, really helped me get through the writing process. It was grueling. This was a pain in the ass to write, I'll tell you that. It took me 3 years to finish this. Starting in February 2022, I wasn't done until February 2025. It was insane. It was... But my friend, one of my friends especially, really helped me finish this and helped me make it and I guess turn it from a 6 out of 10 to a 7. So shout out to you, Sam. But yeah, with his help and the support of friends and family, I was able to get this bad boy out. It's about 70,000 words. Originally, it was supposed to be a 30,000 word book. It was supposed to be a novella that was 30,000 words. And then it turned into a 70,000 word novel. So, that's what happens when you're a writer. But yeah, it was a very long writing process, long and grueling. I took breaks and came back, and I, put it off. And then I don't know what it was last year. Something clicked, and I was finally able to like really get back into the writing game, which was good. That I was finally able to get it done after postponing it like 2 or 3 times. But yeah, so this is book 2 in the Ilarian Chronicles. And it's just it's kind of night and day between these 2 books. Like, you can just look at like the formatting of these 2 books. It's just like, ugh. Like, this looks like a mess compared to this, in my opinion. And yeah, I prefer this book much more. It was really an accomplishment. I felt proud for once when I finished this. Like, I was just in awe when I first held the first proof copy in my hands. Just, it all came together so well. I'm really happy with it. And I still learned a lot from this book. It was a massive learning experience. I'm really hoping I can utilize those skills in the next book in the series. So, yeah, it's been a long journey. I'm only getting started. I'm getting pumped up, but yeah, plenty more books to come. I have so many ideas. I know I won't get to them all, but I hope that I can make books that people enjoy. And really my goal, one day I just want to see one of my books in a store somewhere, brick and mortar store. I guess you could say that's my dream, I suppose. Maybe one day, but yeah, it's been a journey, but it's not one I regret for sure. Before I became a writer, I was a big history buff. That's where I thought my passion was, but I think I'm happy with my switch to writing. It was something I really needed, I think. Let my creativity flow, and this is enough for me. Just having it. It's been a ride for sure, but I think that's all I have to say. I appreciate you all letting me ramble about nothing. Before I go, though, I do want to give a couple updates. First, I'll talk about the writing stuff. So, the next book is on its way. It's another short story compilation. I'm hoping to have it out early next year. I'm working on the last short story, and then I have to go back and edit the other 3. But the muse has not been talking to me. I've not really been able to write in the past few months. I haven't, in terms of my fiction writing, I haven't really been able to write more than 1,000 words after I published this. So, it's been a little bit of a problem, but I am still committed to getting it out by early next year. So, the next book is actually a prequel, so it's not the sequel to this one yet. Just a couple prequel short stories to both this and Legends from Ilaria, which again, you can check all of these out on Amazon. This doesn't have a physical copy, ebook only, but you can order the physical of this. Legends from Ilaria is also ebook only, but I don't think you would want a 40-page physical book. So, yeah. And then the next book, the actual next book in the series, the finale, I have started working on it. It's been planned out. I've gotten a little bit written, but it's still a few years out. I'm aiming for 2027, maybe 2028. My writing plans changed recently, so it might be pushed back a little bit, but I'm still hoping to get it out in the next 2 or 3 years. So I'm excited for all of you to read that. It is about twice as long as this one, so please forgive me if it takes a little longer. Oh, I've got a knack for punishment. As for videos, I don't think I'll be doing many more card opening videos. So, at the time of recording this, I believe that Card Main 3 is either already out or about to come out. By the time this video comes out, because this video will be coming out on August 22nd, it should be out. And that is for the One Piece box. That'll probably be the last opening for now, just because with all the stuff happening with the Pokemon sets and with Mega Evolution 1 coming. The English specifically. I just, for now, I think I can back off a little bit. I don't think it's worth it. But, yeah, so, probably won't be doing many more of those. I've got a few more videos that I actually want to post. I've got a few collection videos where I show off some of my collection. As of right now, I've recorded 3, one of which is an hour long, so good luck getting through that, guys. I've got 3 more that I want to record in the immediate future. And I've got a few more ideas, but I'm a little scared to do them with how much I would have to show off. So, yeah, so those will be coming, I'm hoping at some point this year. And the only other video I actually have planned right now is one that I don't think I've talked about that much. It's the Indie VTuber Hunger Games. So, the Indie VTuber Hunger Games will... I'm not entirely sure what timeline for it's going to be. I still need to record the voiceover lines. Everything else is done. I've got the thumbnail. I've got the live action scenes recorded. And I've got, I believe... Yeah, I've got, like, all the actual Hunger Games stuff recorded. Long recorded. Like, I recorded this, like, 4 months ago. So, yeah, it's been, I wouldn't say delayed, but I've been kind of putting it off since, there's been all the VTuber drama with VShojo and Sender. And that won't affect the video, you'll see what I mean. But, I've been kind of putting it off. I'm hoping to have it out early September. So maybe like 2 or 3 weeks after this video goes live. But for me, it's like a month. So I'm hoping to get that out soon. That's the last, I guess, comedy video I really have planned. After that, it's just pretty much going to be the collection videos. That's what I really want to record and show off. My collection, just talk my head off pretty much. That's basically just what I want to do. But yeah, so that's what we got going on. I'm also trying to get more into shorts. I posted my first short. And I'm hoping to post some more. So if you want to check those out, you know, I'd appreciate it. Appreciate any support in the long form videos. They don't get as many views, clearly. But yeah, I think that's all I have. Appreciate anyone who's watched to the end. If you have ended up watching this, I know it was a bit rambly, but I just wanted to reflect on my writing and show off these. But yeah, it's been a ride both on YouTube and my writing, and I hope to continue at least the writing for many years to come. So I hope some of you will join me on that adventure. And again, if you watch the videos now or in the future, I really appreciate it. Hit a like on the video if you like the video. Yeah. If you want to check out the shorts, if that's more your speed, they'll basically just be cut up bits of other videos. And again, any support's really appreciated. So, thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you all around. Peace out.